Made it just in time. Happy Tuesday, gang. Welcome back to the live trading room. Can you guys hear me and see me? Almost forgot about doing the live stream, so I had to run and get my laptop so I could pay attention to any comments that come through. But hope you guys are doing well. Excited to be here. We've got a busy week in the markets. Yeah, I'll bring over our economic calendar for you. Let you see what's going on. Today's probably the dullest of the day. Just little PPI action coming up at 8:30. Rest of the week, however, tomorrow we got our FOMC and our rate statement, our rate hike. This is going to be a little bit sneaky. Now we are hiking rates. We are going to do it by 50, which is what is expected. There is an outside chance it goes to 75, but I doubt that will be the case. However, what the market is looking for, as always, like if you guys are new, news is always already priced in. So by the time we see news, it was priced in days, weeks, sometimes month ago. So what you've seen in the market up to this point is the expectation of the news that's coming out tomorrow. So what the market is looking for next, because it's always forward thinking, is what is going to be the case of the next hike, right? Are we going to stick to 50? We've kind of said that we're going to do two 50-point hikes in a row, or because things are running hot, right? Running hot inflation wise. I think the hottest, I think it was Friday's CPI report came out, the hottest in since the 80s, somewhere around there. Is there an opportunity that we kind of push down a little bit further on the pedal when we go to a 75-point hike? And I think what the market will be looking for with tomorrow in the statement, right? Not necessarily the hike, but the statement is for Powell to leave the door open for that to happen. And I think he will. Because of, why not give yourself flexibility, right? Whenever you have a chance not to lock yourself into something, never lock yourself into something. So that could be interesting tomorrow. The day after that, we've got BOE, Bank of England, coming out. We've got a rate hike there as well. And then Friday, we've got we have a rate hike for Bank of Japan. We have a Bank of Japan press conference. And if you guys watched the video I put out this past week, we spoke about all the silliness that Japan is going through right now about coming out and threatening the government and the central bank, basically saying that, hey, if things get too bad with the yen, we will intervene. We don't really want to intervene. We like it low. We don't plan on making any changes, but we will if we have to, kind of putting that threat out there. So busy week. Today's kind of the calm seas today before things potentially get stormy, because it's all a ripple effect as well. You got to remember that. It's all ripple effect between, hey, what are they going to do? What are they going to do based on what they're going to do? What are they going to do based on what they're going to do, right? So we have the FOMC first, and then we have Bank of England kind of pigging back off of the US, and then we have Bank of Japan seeing what everyone else is doing before they come out and say whatever they need to say as well. Fitzy says, thanks for the Q. Yeah, no problem. It was we really enjoyed it, Fitzy. If you guys didn't see it, check out the recording. Yesterday we did a Q&A on stop losses, and it hit me where it's like we haven't done one dedicated on stop loss methods and methodology in a long time. It's always part of the equation, right? Entry, stops, and targets. But this one was dedicated to it, which is pretty cool. By the way, welcome. If you guys are watching on YouTube and TradingView, how rude of me, but I'm bad with introductions. But welcome to the live room. What I do here is live stream I call it the trade of the day, right? One idea a day to give you guys kind of a feel of our trading style, how we analyze the market, to give you guys an idea of what's on the radar. Then I kick you out and you can join tomorrow. But if you have questions or comments, feel free to put them in. This is an interactive live room. It's not one of those places where you just sit back and watch. Participation is key, and that's how you get better. And even if you're not watching live, leave a comment. I will go through them and answer them. On that note as well, I spoke to one of our traders yesterday, guys, who was, I got a podcast coming out on it on Sunday, but he's a little bit frustrated, right? He's a lifetime member. He's going through the courses. He's at the mastery courses, and he's starting to feel a little bit lost about two things. One was top-down analysis. Another thing, he's saying we don't teach top-down analysis, which isn't the case. So I informed him on that. and kind of picking a person out or picking how to go about picking a strategy. I think he was under the impression that like he's going to be given a strategy and I just trade it as is. And you hear us talk about it probably every single day, right? We don't have any off the shelf and plug and play strategies. We do, but that's not the expectation. Real traders don't just take something that someone else has and just do it, right? You test it, you tweak it if need be, you fit it around your life. But one thing I told him, and this is why I commend you guys so much for taking your education as serious as possible. I said the courses are cool, right? The software is cool, the spreadsheets are cool. The most valuable thing that we have here on the platform are the live sessions, the supportive resources. And I don't know if you guys know this, and we'll get into the charts in a little bit. When we first broke away from Trade Empowered, we started tier 1, and we started this business in like a month. If you guys didn't know, right? I put in my notice in like late November, and then right after I did, I let Greystone follow me, and then I hit Darren up on the phone. And between December and January, end of January, 2 months, we formed a pretty good company. And we were having our thought process about how we wanted to approach it. What is the best way to learn? And we all agreed that in business in general, success in general, support is the main thing. So we set up this company around giving support to the clients, whether it's support with the ability to contact coaches and have us answer questions, whether it's a network of traders of all different levels, funded traders, brand new funny traders, but live sessions as well, where you guys have the chance to interact. And I'm like, if you want to get the most out of the platform, you got to take advantage of it. So I asked him, I said, hey, have you hopped in any live rooms? Have you watched the recordings? If you haven't, you're missing valuable information, because what we're doing is we're taking the course information and we're showing you how to practically apply it to the market every single day. And it gets boring, it gets repetitive because we do the same thing every single day. But that's how you learn. That's how you learn. And it makes a massive difference. So again, nothing against the trader. This is many places don't do it like that. So hopefully he heard the words and hopefully we'll start putting in the reps. Yeah, and Dwayne, we've seen how it worked the other way. Because again, a long time ago, we didn't offer support because typically the trading industry, the clients that we get, it could be a very bad place, as you guys know, if you've been on any forums or anything like that. But what we did was we trusted ourselves to have good people. And if you have good people, stuff like this works. So this doesn't work without you guys being good. And we don't have trolls. We don't have bad people on the platform. The culture scares them away. So that's what allows it to work. All right. So real quick, before we hop in, we're going to talk about Euro Yen today, because me and Euro Yen are back on good terms. Euro Yen, I feel like this has been the trade I've been focusing on the most for a month. And we got on some bad terms for a little bit. It gave me a couple losses last week, but it gave me a win to start off this week. So now we're best friends again. I have a very short memory. You can win back my friendship with profitable trading. So a nice little double bottom trade right here. But there's more coming up, as you guys can probably see, and there's a bigger picture idea too. But question on YouTube. Akil, how are you? How have you always been able to maintain a carefree state of mind over the years? How have you always ensured that losses and missing trades don't affect your performance? How have you managed to stay calm and trade over the years? I trust my plan and I trust myself. And it wasn't always like this over the years. I went through all the stages that you guys go through as a newer trader. You guys remember I'm 16 years in now. I would say definitely the first 2 years were horrible. Probably the first 4 years, it took me about the first 4 years before I really caught my stride. I would say I really didn't catch my stride as a trader, and strides are different, but probably 2010, 11 is when I first felt fully confident in what I was doing. And then I kind of had that confidence knocked back with a bad money management experience. So I went back to being very unconfident, but then I got confident again. But yeah, I trust my plan and I trust myself. So it's based like this. I've done the work. And I know what I'm trading is profitable, as long as I don't mess it up. And the thing that I like about that is that it's all on me. And the thing I like about trading, the thing I like about entrepreneurship in general, this is why I want to become an entrepreneur, is because, as an athlete, right? As an athlete, I want the ball, right? If we got 1 second left in the fourth quarter, give me the ball. I want to take the shot because I am okay winning or losing if I can control the outcome. What I don't like is I don't like other people controlling the outcome, which is kind of weird because trading, we have no control over what we're doing from the short-term perspective, right? I have no control over this euro yen trade. I have no control whether it wins. I have no control whether it loses. But what I do have control over is my long-term edge. And knowing that I'm trading something with a long-term edge, knowing I am essentially the casino that if I consistently execute my plan over time, I will make money. And I hate saying definites like that, but it's almost as definite as they come, right? When you have a tested and proven edge. Knowing that I will make money as long as I don't shoot myself in the foot. That just gives me one job. Don't shoot myself in the foot. Now, I'm not saying that job is easy, but over the years, as you start to see the confidence or as you start to see the results, you gain more confidence, right? You guys ever heard of the belief action results cycle? It's this cool little cycle called belief action results. It's like a triangle. You can make it a weird type of circle. But so if you don't believe in yourself, you're not going to be confident in your actions. So you're not going to take consistent actions. If you don't take consistent actions, you're not going to have consistent results. When you don't have consistent results, you don't really gain more belief because your results are all over the place and you lose confidence and it continues in a downward spiral that way, right? The more confidence you lose, the less quality actions you take, the less quality actions you take, the less quality results you get, the less quality results you get, the even more confidence you lose. What we want to do is we want to shift that cycle the other way around, where once you have 100%, and it all works together, there's no starting point, unfortunately. Once you have 100% belief in yourself, you then feel confident in taking all of the right actions. And in trading, the right actions are following your trading plan, doing your analysis, sticking to your routine, trusting yourself, right? Not, doing dumb stuff like that. Once you, and it's funny, when you take the right actions, all of a sudden, magically, you start to see the right results. And then when you start seeing the right results, AKA you start making money, you start gaining a little bit more confidence in what you're doing. You're like, damn, this works. So you believe in yourself a little bit more. Now you start feeling yourself like, man, I can do this. I can be a good trader. It's not just for that Harvard Ivy League graduate. I can do this too. And then when you have more belief in yourself, you take even more of the right actions. And as you take more of the right action, and that will be limiting mistakes, right? Because you're taking the right actions, but as newer traders, we're still going to make mistakes. But as you get more belief, you avoid more of these mistakes, no more fear of missing out, no more early entry, all that fun stuff. And then you get even better results because now you're even closer to executing your edge at 100% efficiency. And then when you get better results, you're like, man, wait a minute, I eliminated even more mistakes and I made even more money. And now you're on kind of this autopilot. And what you've done is you've shifted the cycle in your favor, where now you're extremely confident. You're not overconfident, but you're extremely confident in your plan. You're like, man, this works. I've got all the numbers. I've got the real life experience. This works. So you don't doubt anything. You believe in yourself, where it's like, I know is if I just don't F up, I'm going to get the results I want. And now you're just taking all of the right actions. And when you take right actions, you get the right results. It's executing our edge, right? It's as simple as that, but not as simple as that because it's not simple by any means, right? I think all you guys would agree, right? It's simple, right? Just do it. But actually doing it is, Again, it's like, going back to my thing. I want the ball in my hand with 1 second left on the clock so I can make the shot and win the game, right? Easy. Put the ball in the basket. Final second of the game, fans cheering, fans yelling, teammates looking at you, all the pressures on your shoulders. In reality, a little bit harder to do than just shoot it. But when you're Michael Jordan and you've done it a million times, that pressure starts to release. All of a sudden, Michael Jordan, instead of looking at this shot like saying, oh my gosh, everyone's going to judge me, blah, 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 he's thinking, man, I've done this 100 times already. Tuck that elbow in, follow through, don't block the ball, splash. Boom. Same thing in trading. Do my analysis, identify, predict, decide, execute, splash. Boom. Sometimes we make it, sometimes we miss it. More times than not, we keep taking that shot, it's going to go in. So, very good question. Real quick, another question that came through. I'm learning to program trading bots and have been trading for 10 years. Did you ever try learning how to code? No. So I know I am not. That is probably the furthest. I am horrible. I know how to turn my computer on. That's about it. I can turn my computer on. I found out how to do a live stream, and that's about it. We pay someone to code for us. So we have a coder, really good coder. He's the one that made the Enigma and the VS1 software and the cryptographer. And basically we do this. We tell him what we want and he makes it for us. So that's about it. Aside from that, you can ask OG because I was trying to install some new software the other day and I am the absolute worst. So let's take a look at the chart here because I'm blabbing along, but you guys enjoy it. That's good. I don't mind doing it, but for the live stream, I want to give you guys some technical analysis so you're not here for 30 minutes. Duncan said, I'm still short the euro yen. We're enemies, Duncan. 4 hour got in at 144 at the double top, currently trailing stops, 360 pips up. Okay, so we're in different places. Oh, I do remember that. Yeah, up here. Nice. Currently trailing stops up 360 pips so far. If this double bottom plays out, my stop will get hit. Otherwise, I'll ride it down to 133. Nice. And the cool thing is, right, you would think we're enemies, Duncan, but we're not because I already made money. Now, I am rooting against you in the sense I have a partial position on still going for that home run trade. So I am rooting against you in that case. But the money's been made. The stops have been back to break even. I didn't get stopped out on break even, which I was very happy about. I was watching it this morning very, very closely, perhaps yelling and cursing at my, don't you do it, mother, right? And we didn't so far. But yeah, well done. Well done. And then real quick, I think Dwayne said, nope, Duncan says, have been watching these yen pairs for a month, so I was waiting and ready to pounce once my rules were activated. Boom, that's how you do it. I've had a lot of people, I tell you what, and again, I promise I will get to the charts. This has been a very active summer. And obviously it's going to be different for everyone. We all have different strategies, but this has been a very active summer. And I think a lot of people have false expectations about what's available in the market. Real trading doesn't look like you come in and trade every day. It looks like exactly what Duncan mentioned is we come in. And again, if you've been here in the live stream or live room, we come in, we have an idea, and sometimes we have to wait for like a month. Like I've waited for a month for this or the beginning of June to get long. There were times where we tried and didn't have the opportunity before, but you have to wait and you have to execute discipline. Like Duncan said, you just wait your turn. And one random day, it's always random, right, Duncan? It never actually, or Dwayne, it never, or no, Duncan, yeah, it never comes when you think it is. It's always random. It's always like, man, whatever. Today's a Friday, nothing's going to happen. Oh my gosh, double top. And then you have to be ready to execute. But that's, the market, patience pays, as we say, literally in trading. And those are the difference between traders that get the opportunities and don't get them, because good opportunities don't come too often, guys. They honestly do not come too often. Yeah, I was sitting here last night, like what, 8, 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock watching this, 8, 9 o'clock watching this thing on the hourly, which I don't like doing, but I didn't want to miss it. So, all right. So what we have here is this. So here's a double bottom, and we'll kind of work micro to macro. Usually we do top down analysis. So we start higher time frame, go to lower time frame. If you've been with us, you kind of know what we're looking at, higher time frame. If not, you should dedicate yourself to watching my videos each week. But we came down into our kill zone. That's our big box right here. This is what I got involved in last night. Nice little double bottom down there. Nice pin bar close and a move back up to here, right? That was first target, second target. We're looking for the highs. We'll see if that happens. That's the home run target. But what we have now for some people may be what? And someone just wrote this into the YouTube chat. Well done. Justin says, I was praying for a 2618 to activate and it just turned up, leaving me behind, still waiting until the rules are violated. Hey, Glover. So we have a 2618 opportunity here on the double bottom. You guys see it? And we have about 10 minutes until this candle closes. Now, if you're new, a 2618 is a double bottom, which is this bad boy right here, followed by, again, a break of the peak in this case, a violation of the peak in this case, and then a return to that 618 retracement, or you can, you can just return to that double bottom as basically the first pullback. Now, there's many ways to enter this, right? There's no single way to trade anything, but typically two ways. We'll see if you're an aggressive trader, you just have a buy limit right at that 618 retracement. That would have done you wonders here. Very aggressive, because this thing could have easily just went like that and then you would be able to trade. Another thing is using this as your kill zone and then looking for a specific reason for entry. And a specific reason for entry here could be a higher high, higher close. This is a beautiful 3-bar reversal. Beauty is a gift and a curse, right? I got a real life example, right? Hope she's listening. My wife is very beautiful. My wife is extremely beautiful, and it's a curse sometimes because she gets a lot of attention when she's walking down the street because she's so beautiful. And I often fear that I may have to get into fights because of that attention. Did I mention my wife is beautiful? Beautiful wife? Why do I keep getting louder when I say that part? But it's a gift and a curse. It's a gift and a curse. So the gift is like this would be a very good entry opportunity. The curse would be that depending on where you're shooting for profits at, it could screw your risk reward. And this kind of goes to the conversation we had yesterday with about Fitzy's question about stop losses as well. So really the validity of this trade for you ultimately depends on where you're taking targets at, right? If we put on, let's assume we close right here. If we're closing right there and you plan on taking targets at a retest of the highs, obviously this is a trade that you can take, right? Hell no, right? No way you can get a good risk reward. Again, not that you need a good risk reward, but most people, need a 1-to-1. On the other hand, if this is just an entry reason, let's say, you're on the 4-hour, you're looking for that pullback into previous structure, right? You see how we came down to that structure level we we're looking for. We put in a nice little rejection candle here, very weak bearish candle. So basically this red candle, if you're familiar with how we judge candlesticks, although this is red, this is a bullish candle. Does that make sense? And again, if you guys have been following for any time, like you need to notice, if you're going to be a technician, you need to notice this is a red candle, but it is a bullish candle. Now, again, you're going to come out and be like, well, okay, technically it's a bearish candle because the close is lower than the open, right? Yeah, who cares? What's the story? Give me the story. Give me the story. So if you're looking for a rejection in this level anyway, and let's say we take a technique from yesterday and we go down to a lower time frame for entry, right? Your target profit may be up here. Now, all of a sudden, although you have this deep 3-bar reversal, you're still in a very positive risk reward state. Now, again, if you have stops down here, it's different. So it's going to vary per trader. But the point is, for some people, this may be a trading opportunity. For some people, it won't. Some other people may take this into account, right? Has the move been made? If you're someone that was only expecting a move to this level, and we've already done that move, you may need a fresh reset, meaning a fresh break and a fresh retracement before you can get another trading opportunity. Other people may not care at all about it. So it's so dynamic, and hopefully the trader that emailed me yesterday is watching this. This is another example of how, we say, make trading yours. It's the same strategy. It's a 2618. But it's going to be different depending on your interpretation of the market, depending on your philosophy, your methodology in the market. But a nice 2618 opportunity here on the lower time frame. And again, bigger picture, what we're looking for here on Euro Yen, if we go out to the daily, is that continuation, right? We still think there's room to move higher. I still think there's room to move higher, right? We've come back down to our previous, come on now, here we go. We've come right back down to our previous inside level of structure. We should be right at a 382 Fibonacci retracement. Come on, Fib eyes, do mean right. Yep, right at a 382 Fibonacci retracement. Bigger picture is we're still in a continuation model. Now, again, we spoke about this 7 Sunday weekend, wherever I put up the video. I think I put it out Saturday this week. We got some funky stuff coming on, especially at the end. But again, I also believe that was a trick. And again, not to sound too much like a conspiracy theorist, but I believe that was some cheapening of price, so the people that really want to make money can have a cheaper opportunity to buy and push this bad boy back up. That doesn't necessarily affect my trading because, I'm a technical trader, so it's chart first, but keep that in mind. So decent opportunity on the euro yen. Any questions before we move on to our next pair? If anyone wants to go down to a lower time frame as well, just let me know. We can take a peek at the 15. We'll probably do that anyway. Let me just catch up on the YouTube chat. You measure the right leg of the double bottom instead of the lowest point. I do like to include the lowest low for measuring out that 618 retracement. You could do the rest of the stream in that voice. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining me. Do me a favor, YouTubers, hit that like button. That's the best way you can support. Feel free to leave me a comment as well, or a question if you have any. I do go through and read each and every one of them. Same thing, trading viewers. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place. Live rumors. Let me know if there's a